Namaskar, Main Ravish Kumar. Today we discuss a tragedy that has shaken the nation: the crash of Air India flight AI-171 on June 12, 2025. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner, carrying 230 passengers and 12 crew, was bound for London but crashed just after takeoff. Only one person survived out of 242 on board. The plane crashed into a populated area near BJ Medical College Hostel, killing 19 more on the ground. The total death toll, 260. This was the first fatal crash involving the Dreamliner, an aircraft once hailed as the future of air travel. The incident has raised serious questions about aviation safety and the reliability of modern aircraft. Families rushed to the airport, desperate for news, but hope quickly turned to despair. The government has launched an investigation, and Air India has grounded part of its fleet. For the families, these actions offer little comfort. Their world has been shattered, and the question remains, why? This video seeks to understand the events of that day and search for answers. Let's begin. June 12, 2025 began as a normal day for the passengers of AI-171. Students, families, and professionals boarded the 12-year-old Dreamliner in Ahmedabad, preparing for London. The flight was delayed, but finally took off at 1:38 a.m. Less than a minute after takeoff, trouble struck. The pilot's frantic communication with air traffic control signaled a severe emergency. The plane lost altitude, rapidly disappearing from radar by 1:40 a.m. It crashed into the BJ Medical College Hostel, causing a massive explosion. The entire disaster unfolded in just a few minutes. There was no time for the crew to recover, or for passengers to comprehend what was happening. The speed and violence of the event left a city and a nation in shock. This is how quickly a routine flight can become a catastrophe. To understand the tragedy, we must look inside the cockpit. Preliminary reports reveal the pilots radioed a severe technical malfunction seconds after takeoff. Eyewitnesses heard engine sputtering and saw sparks. Inside, alarms blared as the pilots struggled to control a plane that was losing altitude fast. The aircraft, heavy with fuel, was nearly impossible to manage. The crash site's proximity to the airport suggests the pilots tried to turn back for an emergency landing, a standard but perilous maneuver at low altitude. Their last communications were cut short. In those final moments, the pilots fought desperately, not just for themselves and their passengers, but to avoid further tragedy on the ground. We may never know the full extent of their efforts, but their struggle is central to this story. The cockpit's chaos and the pilots' actions are key to understanding what went wrong. Their courage deserves recognition. The investigation will reveal more. Amidst the devastation, one passenger survived. An extraordinary outcome. This survivor, still recovering, may one day share vital insights into those final moments. The crash traumatized not just those on board, but an entire neighborhood. Residents near BJ Medical College were jolted awake by the explosion. Witnesses described the horror: a low-flying plane, a deafening roar, and then chaos. Locals rushed to help, risking their lives amid fire and wreckage. Their courage and quick action saved lives and offered comfort in the aftermath. The impact on students and staff at the college was profound. Many lost friends and all bear psychological scars. These stories remind us that the effects of such disasters ripple far beyond the flight manifest. The community's response was one of bravery and solidarity. Their voices must be heard. The crash has put the Boeing 787 Dreamliner under scrutiny. Touted as revolutionary, the Dreamliner has faced technical issues since its debut. Battery fires, electrical faults, fuel leaks, and software glitches. Early battery fires in 2013 grounded the global fleet for months. Pilots and airlines have reported recurring problems, raising doubts about the aircraft's reliability. Manufacturing quality has also been questioned, with whistleblowers citing rushed production and subpar parts. Despite a strong safety record, the Dreamliner's history is troubling. The Ahmedabad crash forces investigators to ask, were these warning signs ignored? The investigation will examine whether past issues contributed to this disaster. In aviation, one crash is too many. The Dreamliner's troubled history cannot be overlooked. The answers may reshape the industry. The investigation is underway, led by India's DGCA with help from the US NTSB and Boeing. The black boxes, flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder have been recovered and are being analyzed. These devices hold crucial data about the plane's final moments. Investigators are also examining the wreckage, maintenance records, pilot training, and weather conditions. Every detail matters. A preliminary report will come in weeks, but the full investigation may take a year or more. Patience is essential. Speculation helps no one. The findings will provide answers to families and lead to safety recommendations. The goal, to prevent another tragedy. The search for truth is a duty owed to the 260 lives lost. Only by understanding what happened can we make flying safer. The world is watching. Several theories are being considered, but nothing is certain until the final report. A leading theory is catastrophic mechanical failure, possibly an uncontained engine failure, as suggested by eyewitnesses and pilot distress calls. Another possibility, a failure in the Dreamliner's advanced electronic systems, which have a history of glitches. The investigation will analyze flight data for anomalies in these systems. Human factors will also be examined, not to blame the pilots, but to understand their actions and training. Given the short time frame, pilot error seems unlikely. Most likely, the pilots fought an impossible battle against a failing machine. Major disasters often result from a combination of factors, a Swiss cheese effect where multiple failures align. Investigators will look at design, manufacturing maintenance, airline procedures, and pilot training. Only by understanding how these factors combined can we prevent future tragedies. The answers will shape the future of aviation safety. The crash of AI-171 is a tragedy, but it must lead to change. It reminds us that air travel, while safe, is never risk-free. Manufacturers, airlines, regulators, and passengers all share responsibility for safety. The investigation's findings must lead to real improvements, globally, not just in India. Passengers should always pay attention to safety briefings and know emergency procedures. Public demand for transparency and accountability is vital. Strong, independent regulators are essential to enforce safety standards. We must not ignore warning signs or allow cost-cutting to compromise safety. This tragedy should spark a national conversation about aviation safety. Flying remains safe, but vigilance is non-negotiable. Let us honor the victims by demanding a system that puts safety first. May such a dark day never come again. Namaskar.